Hey guys, welcome to Apollo Club Racing, and we are in Tier 2, Round 4, Spain. It's Van Beats with co-commentator W. Gore.
I feel compelled to tell you that it is Apollo Racing Club and
Oh,
not Apollo Club Racing.
my bad. It's been
Close
a
enough.
weird night. Anyway,
But this is tier two, so this is Ark Survival Evolved.
yeah, okay, yeah, so we're in Round 4 in Spain in Tier 2, and as we wait for everyone to get into the lobby, we're just going to discuss the standings for a quick bit. So, in the standings, there hasn't been a repeat winner so far in this first quarter of the casual season, but Chipsy, who is leading the championship, has gotten third place 3 times in a row. So we'll see what he can pull himself now into coming into Spain. I mean, it's really anyone's race at the moment. It's a very not a fan favorite track, so we'll see how people deal with it.
Gore, pick a frigging spectator, please.
And that,
Thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be very interesting, and turn one's gonna be incredibly important here for the people up at the front, where if you can remain consistent, it is very hard to pass if you have the right setup philosophy, which is sustainable in the corners but fast on the straights. It's not worth gaining all that time in the middle sector if you're going to throw it away on the straights, because that's really the only place you can pass here without having a distinct speed advantage.
yeah. And tonight, Thierry is back in action. He won Bahrain. He's proven to be pretty fast, and now he has a permanent seat in Haas. So we'll see what he can do as well. That's going to make it much tougher on Sahil and Chipsy and everyone else to grab a race win.
Yeah, definitely. But I think Chipsy's going to get one or two wins this season, and he's definitely I think he is definitely my favorite for the podium tonight for sure. Probably the win. I'm 50-50 on the win, but I think he'll be on the podium for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think Chipsy definitely has what it takes. I want to see what his teammate Sin Fox can do, of course, and hopefully we don't see any of what happened last week with teammates hitting each other 3 times.
Yeah, it was battle of the teams for sure. And yeah, no, I think Sin coming off that second place has got to be, at least his confidence wise, has got to be up there with most of the other drivers. So I think he's gonna, he was a little bit quiet the first two races, but he really came out in full force in Baku. So we'll see what he can do today as well.
Yep, and looks like we're getting underway here. It's a full grid tonight, and I believe we have two reserves making their debut. It's going to be Doff, Val, Hoist, and Astro. And Uue, who was in Baku last week, he'll be trying to make amends for that unfortunate race that he had.
Yeah, that was quite the forgettable performance, if I'm being honest. So hopefully he can come out with a much better showing this week.
Yep, tire strategy will be medium hard unless you plan on doing a two stopper at the softs.
Yeah, absolutely. And even with a two stopper, yeah, I don't know. Those softs are awful. I don't want to say I'd go medium hards because that defeats the purpose. But I think the only way, I mean, you just need to. I guess you would want the track position with those softs, so you'd want to quali up at the front, stay out of trouble. But other than that, the softs really have no use.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen that many safety cars this season. We did catch one at the last second in Baku last week, but other than
Yeah.
that, been pretty
Oh,
clean.
we're getting the lap one glitch again.
Yep, it's fine though. These people like to take their time coming out of the track, so it's fine.
Yep. Yeah, and I think Wizard is going to be another person who I'd be expecting to be at least in the fight for a podium. And of course, our previous winner, Only Used My Dad's going to be fighting for that as well. So it's going to be curious too how split up the field is. With there being that medium strategy and who decides to go out onto those softs and set their lap there and be in the front of the field. It's going to be hard to keep track of who's actually leading until the last stint of the race if we've got a lot of two stoppers.
Yep, and the first person to leave the pits is going to be Only Use My Dad on those softs, so it looks like he's going to be doing the optimal strategy at the moment, and everyone else is starting to follow suit. We're down already 1 minute into quali.
Yeah, this is a huge track for track evolution because this turn right here that Only Use My Dad is going through, turn 3 is just incredibly hard to do without the track being rubbered in at all. So these first laps, you're not going to be able to get the power down. You're going to get a little bit of wheel sliding, even with high anti-roll bars. So it's definitely a tough place, and I think we will see the times absolutely skyrocket at the end to the point where it may even be possible for someone who's consistent to set a faster lap on mediums in the last 3 minutes than they would on the softs earlier.
And that turn that Only Use My Dad just went through, I feel like that's going to be a very dangerous turn coming into opening laps of the race for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, turn 9 down to turn 10, that DRS straight, not great for passing if you're not willing to go for a dive bomb, but very easy to either spin across the track or go too wide into the gravel.
Here he comes, Only Use My Dad, going to start his hot lap here, the first one of the night. He's going to go on the soft, so we'll see a good time from him, but I wonder how close the medium and hard runners will even catch up to him. He's going to catch up to a little bit of traffic right there. It's to the Renault and a Racing Point just parking on the exit there, letting Only Use My Dad through.
Yeah. Yeah, so as he comes up here, this is a very crucial turn. I'm surprised he didn't run out wide there. You can gain a lot more time. You want to now cut this hairpin really close to the inside curb, and he does. You want to shoot out, get pretty much 4 wheels off the track on that green, allows you to get the power down much more confidently. Runs wide there. You want to cut back early, and 31 Sword is in a horrible place. That definitely would have screwed my lap. I know I would have gotten distracted. Only Use My Dad, an absolute legend and a half. Doesn't even look like he flinched there. I don't think, it seems like he didn't care if he just went straight through him. He runs out a little bit wide there. Sin getting out of his way. He jumps there, keeps his keeps
I think
the gas
he invalidated
on there
because it's showing a red map.
Okay, yeah, he very well may have.
That's important. He actually set a purple lap, so he was going pretty fast. And let's see.
Well, he was the.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Person, so I mean,
I don't know what's going on with me tonight, but he's going back into the pits, and let's see who else can we see here. I think that's Sinpox starting the lap here.
And Terry on his outlap on the hards as well, so he's going to be doing some hard running early on.
You actually have a lot of people who are opting for the softs, which is really surprising. I wonder what their reasoning behind that would be. Maybe they just don't know what the actual strategy is. Looks like there's a lot of traffic in Sector 3 right now, looking at the map, and OOA picks up the fastest lap of 21.1 on the softs. And Wizard is only 2 seconds behind him on that hards. There's a lot of traffic.
Now BMW goes with a 1:18.6, putting Wizard 5.3 seconds off on the hards, and Uwe, or just Uwa, 2.5 seconds off also on the softs. Not a great lap from either of them.
Yeah, they're going to definitely want to improve here, and I think Sinpox could potentially take pole position for the time being. He set a purple sector in Sector 2, now he's coming into Sector 3. It's
Yeah, this is a really important turn here, as he's coming down. Yep. I think he is going to get on pole here. This looks like a very clean lap.
See what time he can pull here. He actually won't be able to take it, but he'll take up second place for the time being with a 19.5. Let's see who else can we see here. Critical seems to have scrubbed this lap already. PCGs is about to finish one up, and he is Sector 3. Astro pulling a 22.1 on the soft, so definitely want to improve on that for sure. Wally also 22.8 on those hards.
Yeah,
and PC
absolutely.
Jesus puts in a good enough lap for 5th at the moment. Madman right behind him.
Yeah, and then Astro up into 5th, 3.5 seconds off on the softs. PC Jesus, that's not a great lap. He's going to want to go a lot faster than that. Wizard, though, improves to now 1.6 seconds off on those hards. That was a great lap from him.
And Chipsy is in Sector 3. Someone actually has gone off. That's a Red Bull, I believe. That's
going to be the Red Bull of Uwa. Just impeded a... whoever the... I think that's BMW, so I don't know if he was going for another lap or not. Terry, 7/10 off BMW on the hards, looking like he's in a great position now pace-wise. As now Chipsy comes across, 2.5 seconds off on those softs. I think he's doing that just to set a bad time so we can improve on it with the mediums, but I'm not sure.
Gonna see what the Ferrari boys are doing now as Solace is letting Pfeiffer through to finish up a hot lap on the hards. Terry's in actually a really good position, like you were saying earlier. I mean, the guys definitely are going to be worried about his position on the hards, like wondering what he can do on the mediums for sure. And Pfeiffer puts himself into 10th at the moment on the hards, so that's not bad at all. Let's see what his teammate will do here. Captain, who had a pretty good drive in Baku, got unlucky, I believe, at the end of that race and finished 7th.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I think Terry's got pole if he wants it, just judging by his pace right now, and he might even opt to stay on those hards.
Yeah, and Captain puts himself into 6th at the moment on the mediums. Not bad at all.
Yeah, good lap from him for sure. And so it looks like BMW, I don't think, is going to have any chance of beating that lap on mediums. So I think BMW is probably going to be on those tires. Yeah, and we've got PC Jesus retired.
He retired out of the turn 1 turn, and it looks like his car is back on there. I wonder what was the thing going on there. It's weird. Only his dad has set purple laps right now, so I believe he might take up a really good spot here in just a second.
Yeah, so we'll see him coming through turn 14 and 15, now across 16, and to finish his lap, we'll see if he's going to be on provisional pole for the moment.
Oh, and he actually slows down.
Yeah, I think he wants to go onto those mediums, so
yeah,
he's slowing down, but I don't know if he did enough because he's just 1.1 seconds off of a 1:18.6.
Yeah, I get what he was trying to do there. I guess he was just trying to warm up on the softs and then he'll swap to the mediums, I guess. But he has himself in the 4th at the moment.
So now BMW going out on the mediums. I don't understand the strategy, if I'm being completely honest. You'd want the best track evolution at the end, so maybe just an interlude before he then goes on to softs again and tries for pole, or tries to defend his pole, but I'm really not sure what this move is. Only time will tell. Terry on another hot lap with his hards. He probably is going to be coming into the pits rather soon here, especially if he wants to start on those hards. He doesn't want to put too much wear on them.
And talking about someone on the hards, it's going to be Sahil coming into Sector 3 right behind Critical. Will Critical give him the space? I'm not too sure. He might be on a lap as well. Hope he's going to give him the space here. And Sahil, you did say it was looking like he might be struggling here, but let's see what kind of time he can pull now coming into...
as he comes through 14 and 15. These are really important to get well. He gets a little bit of a snap that's not going to be ideal as he comes through 16. Easy to invalidate on the outside if you're not paying attention. Opens up the DRS, derates on his energy, and only goes 6th fastest, but only 1.3 seconds off the pole time on his hards. Doth thou hoist 1/10 off pole with his mediums. So he's looking,
he's looking good for sure, and we only have 2 more people to wait to see what time they'll pull. That's going to be Andrew, who's starting the lap now, and then Solace, who is quite a bit behind him. So we'll see what Andrew can do here.
I really have to say I don't understand what people are doing with these mediums right now. I understand warming up on the softs, I understand setting laps with the hards, but you want to save your mediums for when the track is at its fastest so you can compete, one, with other people on hards, or on mediums, but even people on softs. So I don't really understand this, personally, but yeah, we'll just, I guess we'll see what they do. Solace now starting a hot lap on mediums as he goes up turn 3, and he's going to be looking for, I would say, probably top 5, top 6, because he definitely has the pace, or at least he did last week, so he's looking pretty strong this season.
Yeah, there's a lot of strong people this season. We have the Mercedes boys looking good, we have Wizard and Solace looking good, and then Alpha's looking good. There's just so many good people right now. Grid can be very close on the right day and right track, and I'm really expecting to see some really intense racing tonight.
Absolutely, and yeah, I think the people who qualify on the mediums or the hards are going to be in with the best chance. I say that fairly positive that anyone who qualifies on the sauce will regret it 2 laps later.
And Andrew's going to finish the lap here. His time will be good enough for 15th, 21.5. Let's see what Solace can do here as he's coming into middle sector.
Yep, and this is really there. I mean, there's so much time to be found on your lap here. Cutting that turn 15 like he did perfectly can get you 3 to 4 tenths. I mean, in the slower corners, there's so much more time to be found. And that's a good lap from him. Puts him into 7th, 1.3 off of BMW. Still 1:18.6 provisional pole time. I think only use my dad now coming out onto softs.
Wizard right now finding himself in 9th at the moment with hards. on 2-lap old hard, so he'll definitely probably pit soon and slap on a pair of mediums. Is Theory still out driving on those same set? I think he is. It's definitely not time yet to swap into the mediums. There's still 7 minutes remaining. BMW still holds the current fastest lap right now, 18.6 on the mediums, with Valve, who is a reserve, coming into the pits right behind him. Sinfox, it looks like, was that his best lap on the...
Yes, I think that was on his mediums.
Yeah, mediums. And I wonder if he's actually considering going on softs. Hopefully not.
So I'm looking at right now, I want to only use my dad do his hot lap on these mediums and see if he can beat that soft time he did, because if he thinks he's slowed down enough, I think he's in for probably a pole position challenging lap on these mediums. If he thinks that he, with a 119.6 or a 119.7, that he can actually challenge on the soft. So we'll see what he does on the mediums as he crosses the line now. He's going to run into turn 1, 2, and 3. Really important to get the power down nice and early. Run out wide here. He doesn't run out wide, which compromises your apex a little bit there, and he has to snap the car back, but he's doing good so far as he runs up turn 3. You don't want to let off where he just did. Oh, and he has to let off 3 times. That is not the optimal way to take that corner, but he still does a good job. You want to run out wide there. He doesn't either.
That's a purple sector, so he's looking really good at the moment.
Yeah, as he comes across turn 4, down into turn 5, you want to take this really close, and he does. Again, I don't know if he'll run out wide. He does this time. That is a lot better for your exit if you are able to run out that wide. He goes wide there too, good. He snaps the car not too hard, which is very crucial. You don't want to get a big snap of oversteer there. You want to ride close to this curve.
Oh, that's Madman right in front of him.
Yeah, his teammate is off into the wall.
That definitely must have given him a scare.
To the floor like a true esports driver. Chipsy gets out of the way off the runoff of turn 10, and now he's coming up through turn 11 and 12. And another turn where you can gain so much time is right here at turn 13. If you ride that curb like he does, you just launch down into turn 14 and 15 as he does. Doesn't cut as much of 15 as he could, but that's okay, and we'll see if he runs out wide on 16. There's a great way to take it, and he does. Opens up the DRS, derates on his energy, comes across the line, third fastest.
He gets past the time, though, which is important for him.
Doth Thou Hoist is looking super competitive now, with only 1/10 off on those mediums.
And okay, BMW just lagged in front of us. Let's see who else can we watch here. Looks like a lot of people are back in the pits at the moment. And let's see, I'm gonna watch Astro here. He's a newbie for sure. I've seen him in the voice channels for a few days now, and let's see what time he can pull in now. It looks like he's slowing down coming out of the XF Sector 3. Will he improve though? He has no ERS, so I don't think he actually will. And he does not.
Sahil also now on a hot lap on those mediums, so he's going to set his medium time here with 4 minutes left to go in the qualifying session. Comes into turn 10 right now and takes it really nice. He doesn't run out wide at all, and I think he's not finishing this lap. He looks like he's slowed down quite a bit.
Alright, let's go on board with Chipsy, actually, who's sitting in 15th at the moment, which is far back where he wants to ideally be. And is that Sahil right now? Sector 3?
Yeah, I think he was just slowing down, letting someone past. He should be fine now as Chipsy comes up. Now he goes down through turn 13, 14, and 15. Let's see how much he cuts of this curb, because that's really, and he does cut a good amount. That's what you want to do. You really don't want to be afraid of it, because you're not going to get penalized for it, without being blatant. And he goes up to 6th place, 1.2 off on the mediums. Not where he'd want to be, but still not a bad lap by any means. And it looks like Terry is maybe going to opt to stay on those hards. He feels confident in 4th place, and I sure would too. BMW now trying to beat his soft lap on these mediums. I don't think he's going to have any chance of doing it, as Sinfox has to go into the gravel to avoid.
Very impressively, Pfeiffer has found himself into 9th, which is excellent for him. I want to see if Captain can climb up the grid a little bit. He's sitting in 14th. Looks like he's going to finish a lap here. Will he do it?
And if we look too from 6th to 10th place, what is that? That's 3/10 separating
Oh wow,
them?
yeah.
It's very close.
Wizard, who's sitting in 12th at the moment, he's on an outlap, so he's going to be on the mediums now, and he'll probably set a faster lap, so we'll see where he starts. And looks like Siri's actually coming out with the mediums, and Synfox is coming out on the softs, which is interesting. I wonder what the plan is there. I mean, we know Siri will obviously probably take pole now, and Fox maybe can challenge that, but I wonder what the idea is behind Fox starting on softs. Will Chipsy do the same? I mean, there's only 2 minutes left, so I don't think he will. But
Yeah, I think this might be something working together as a team. Sin in the front, being able to slow the pack down so Chipsy can keep up on his mediums and not let those soft runners get away. That would be very detrimental to Sin's overall race. Maybe that's what he's doing. I have no idea. Probably not. Doth Thou Hoist coming out on softs as well. So curious if he's going to set his lap there, in which case I think it's safe to say he will have pole if he can get a good lap in. Sahil only 6th place on those mediums, not where he's going to want to be. Only use my dad.
oh, and someone's
Possibly.
gone off, and
Yep.
middle sector 2 Wizard's trying to pass him. He won't be distracted, hopefully. But as again,
And Sahil goes off onto the gravel to avoid somebody.
ooh, and Wizard kind of goes a little bit wide, didn't invalidate the lap though, which is okay. I wonder if he okay, yeah, he set a purple lap in sector 2, so I think he's gonna find himself maybe around 5th position, maybe.
And BMW is disqualified from the race.
What?
As now his car comes back onto the track, and
Wow. And that means he just went from pole
he
to
lost pole
20th.
position.
Wow.
Not the smartest thing I've seen. Wow. Only as my dad retires in 2nd place. Doth Thou now
Wizard-
inherits pole position.
Wizard
And
finds himself
we're going to
in
see
5th.
here as Terry's now coming up turn 7 up to turn 9. 31 Swords gets out of the way, and he's now onto the back straight with DRS wide open. Has a little bit of trouble on that exit as he's coming now down into the hairpin of turn 10. Gets a great braking, is able to turn in late, get up to that close inside curb, hugs the outside, keeps the power down through there. That means he's got a very well-tuned setup because it's very easy to have to snap the car there if you keep on the throttle. He does a good job, runs out a little bit wider there than you'd normally like to, not carrying as much speed as he could. Over downshifts there, forced to cut that. I'm not sure if that's an invalidation. Definitely not the 3rd sector he would have wanted. Still might be good enough for pole at this point as he opens up DRS. Has
Yep.
perfect amount of energy, and he does get pulled by 6/10 with a 1:18.1.
That's crazy, but Doth again on the softs, he can probably beat that. But I mean, at this point, why would you want to do that when you already have a good?
Yeah, I
position?
would say front row grid is good enough for me on the slower tire.
It's very unfortunate that BMW got disqualified, so Doth should play it smart, in my opinion, and just stay back. But here we go, quali has ended. Now we're just gonna wait for everyone to cross the line.
Yeah. As Doth Thou Hoist now coming through that middle sector. I would be surprised if he finishes this lap. I really don't know what more you want. Is it worth throwing away their race strategy for 1 extra place? I don't think so. As Pfeiffer gets out of the way, he's now comes into turn 10. Is this turn 10? Yes, it is. And he's going to go up turn 11. Let's see if he keeps the power down. He lifts a little bit, at least on entry. Really, the only time you want to be off the throttle is when you're in the air, because you just over rev those tires, and the second you land back, those tires you get so much wheel spin. As he comes now through the final turn, he's gonna and he goes into the pits. Yeah, he's
okay,
not gonna finish that
smart move
lap.
for sure. Let's see. Pfeiffer's also coming into the pits. We have Radical, who could be the last one to do a lap here, as he.
He's using 1 energy mode though. I think he's done.
Yeah, probably. That's Terry behind him, if I'm right. Never know though. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, and Chipsy not where he would have wanted to be. 7th place, 1.8 seconds off of pole position. Terry comes into the pits now. So yeah, looks like a top 10 lockout for mediums.
Yeah.
So that is going to be interesting.
Chipsy finding himself in 7th. See if he can get a podium again for the 4th time in a row.
Yeah, he's going to have to work a bit harder for these than the other ones, not starting up at the front. But I think he's more than capable, and we'll see what he can do during the race.
Yep, and here we go. We'll be starting very shortly the Spanish Grand Prix in just a second. You can see everyone qualified. BMW being the only one to get disqualified. Very unfortunate by him. Critical starting and back as well. And so who do you think's gonna win over than Terry?
I'm thinking Terry is going to have this, but we have not seen Doth Thou Hoist race yet, and he put in an impressive time for such an early track. I think it was at 10 minutes. He set 1/10 off. So what, 5/10 off of what Terry's at now, which really adds up with where the track evolution is. So if he can get past him into turn 1, I think he's got just as good a chance as Same with Only Use My. Everybody on those mediums, they're in for a good chance. You never know what's going to happen. So I would say, as of now, the pole sitter in Spain is normally the favorite for it. So I'd say him or Doth Thou in with the best chance. But anybody, anything can happen. And yeah. So 13 seconds until the lights go on for the formation lap. Not a lot of time to tune your strategy. One of the default setup users, I'm sure, just spams through it. Gotta love it. So yeah, we will see what happens here.
Let me know information. Okay, here we go. I had a little bug on my screen.
So we've got one light on, the light goes out, and again, the Ferraris have not learned to not jump that. Both of them still think when they see the green light they need to jump. Terry takes a bit of a lead out there. And yeah, so I think that Sahil's also in with a great chance. Wizard in with a great chance if he can keep out of trouble and avoid damage. Sin, of course, on that second row is in with a great chance. Only Use My Dad in third place, still with a great chance. This is such a hard track to stay consistent on, and so it really doesn't matter the position you're in if you're in the top 5. If you can stay consistent, you are in with a decent chance in the race here, especially for a podium. So I think they're all in for a great chance, and I think that it's going to be really important for Terry to make a gap, because you really don't want to be fighting here, because there's really no great place to fight, and anywhere you do fight, like turn 3, you can just let the person in third catch right up.
So here's the question, right? So Critical is the only one to start on hards. Do you think he has a little advantage compared to everyone else in the bottom half of the grid?
Absolutely. The thing with those is when you're high fuel, the tires don't matter as much. So if you go on those harder tires when you've got that extra fuel, it's easier to keep up with those faster runners. And then you switch on to the faster tire when you're low fuel, and that helps you immensely. You're going to get way more of a benefit there, not to mention the flexibility with the safety car. You can run for ages on those hards, and so you can wait for a safety car lap 25, or, well, okay, like lap 21 rather than capping out at lap 13 or 14.
Here we go. Terry is going to be getting us started here in just a second. The grid is still pretty far back, though. Surprisingly.
Yeah, not sure why people do this. You really want to back that field up like crazy, because now he's sitting on the grid while his tires get cold, and Doth Thou hoisted a 3.9 second gap back.
Anyway, here we go. Get us started, Gore. Whenever you're ready, I'll be watching.
Yep. And so the last car is is approaching the grid. BMW Power now burns out, getting ready into his grid slot. All right. Okay, we've got one light. The lights are on. It is lights out, and we are racing in Spain. Terry gets a good getaway, and he looks fine into turn 1 as the Ferrari's moving around. One of the Red Bulls in the back, as now Only Use My Dad has jumped. Doth Thou hoisted, who did not get a good getaway. Wizard now, Chipsy looking on the inside of him. That's going to be Sin Black. Pushes out Wizard a little bit wide, but he's going to be able to retain that position now as they go up.
Oh, and there's a Alfa Romeo. That's Chipsy. That's Chipsy gone to the back of the grid.
Down to the bottom there, as Only Use My Dad secures his position. All the way back, we've got the Ferrari of Captain looking for a move on Radical. He's going to back out of it. BMW now goes for a lunge on PC Jesus, his teammate. He's going to be taking that really easily. It looks like he let him have it. Now we go 3 wide into the next turn as one of the Hasses gets squeezed out. MLG God, Critical's really far back in 18th place.
There's some fighting going on right here between Astro and BMW as we're coming into turn 7, I believe. And they're going to touch a little bit. I think it's hard to tell right now. The Blobby seems to be kind of bugging.
BMW off into the wall. Astro forced him. Astro spins in the middle of turn 9.
That's crazy right there.
Everyone looks like they get past okay. As Madman now in last place, Chipsy, Wally, and Critical not looking in a good spot. And Astro gets a penalty for collision with Wally, as Wally's in 19th now. Looks like he hit the stopped car of Astro.
Yeah, this is
no safety car.
No safety car. Or virtual, actually. It was surprising.
Oh, for me, it's just saying yellow flag sector 2. Looks like they're still racing. Yeah, as the track is clear. Terry picks up the fastest lap of the race. Not a surprise being out in front there. As 31 Swords in a good spot up into 8th position. Pfeiffer up into 7th. Sahil up into 6th, looking for a move on Wizard. Goes to the inside. We'll see who's going to break later here. As looks like they break about the same, but Wizard's going to have to yield a little bit as Sahil leaves plenty of space. Wizard cuts back across the track and is going to take the... then slows down. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. He might have gotten a little bit too much wheel spin, but Sahil up into 5th with a great move. A great pass there. Both of them left each other some space. Wizard cut back a little bit, but that looked like... Yeah, It looked good. Through turn 4, looks like a lot of people are struggling with their tires as, oh, Radical catches a spin and sends Captain onto the gravel, and he's going to lose that position to PC Jesus as well.
So, while everything was going crazy, Astro picked up 20 seconds worth of penalties that first lap, so that's very unfortunate for your
not ideal.
for your debut race in ARC for sure. And looking at only his dad's only 1 second behind Terry, which is actually pretty good considering his pace. And actually, I don't know, is that right? Because is that right? Does not feel like he's 1 second looking at him at the moment.
Yeah, it looks a bit further, and it does not look like Doth Thou Hoist is 5/10. It looks like he's a lot closer than that.
Yeah, and looks like we'll have a really good battle though for who can get the 2 last podium spots for sure. We have Dalf and Senfox, Dad, Sahil even, who just got past Wizard, I think. Oh no.
And just looking at Only Use My Dad, as the timing strains have updated to 3 seconds, and Doth
Wow.
Thou Hoist, it looks like Only Use My Dad is going to have a lot of trouble keeping that position.
Yeah, 3-second gap in only 1 lap. That's crazy right now, for sure.
Yeah, 3.1 now is Sin Fox. Now Sahil closing onto the back of him as well. Sahil looks like he's got the race pace. Maybe had struggled a little bit in quali, but he looks like he's making up for it in the race with a move on Wizard, and now queuing up a move on Sin. We'll see what happens with the DRS enabled now on the back straight. As
Okay,
Terry now at 3.2-second gap, and we've got a yellow flag in Sector 3.
That's Astro again from the looks of it. He's stopped off
spins.
track.
Yep, he spins through turn 11.
We have a little midfield battle right now going on between Solace, 31 Sword, and maybe even Pfeiffer. They're kind of both catching up to him right now as he seems to be slowing down.
And Doth Thou Hoist now with DRS open is looking onto the back of Only Use My... he's not able to get the move done, but I think he's going to be able to get it done on the straight. Sahil also closes up the gap to Sin Black. I think we're going to have...
Solace will get past 31 Sword. He looks like he won't respond yet. He's still right on the back of him. We have another Sector 2 yellow flag. That seems to be the house of MLG God.
Yep. Now I'm going to be watching Doth Thou Hoist 3/10 off, basically pushing Only Use My Dad through the corners now, and he's going to look for that move on the straight here. As we go onto the straight, he opens up the DRS, closing that gap. Only Use My Dad, not defending yet. There's still space on the outside and the...
Yep, he'll get this move done.
Only Use My Dad, yep, goes to the inside to cover it as Doth Thou Hoist is going to try to sweep around the outside. He goes later on the brakes, and it looks like he's going to have that position. Sahil now on the inside of Sin Black. Sin Black forced a bit wide, but now Sahil's going to be able to get the cut back up through turn 3 if he plays it right, but the dirty air looks like it's going to stop him here. He's still gaining. I don't think he's going to be close enough for a move.
I think he will. I think he will.
Yeah, as Sin defends the inside, Sahil going to swoop around the outside. What a move there. Sin able to defend on the inside as they run down into the hairpin of turn 5. Sin taking a tighter line, but Sahil might get a better exit here. I'm not sure. No, looks like Sin did a great job there. We'll see what Sahil can do, though, on this straight as well, as now the gap between Terry and Doth is 4 seconds. Sahil having to back out of that. Sin, though, goes wide, and now Sahil is all over the back of him with DRS. I think he's going to go for a pass here down the inside, breaks later. Looks like he's going to have a clean pass. Oh, but he struggles on the apex, and that allows Sin to get back alongside, but he's going to let Sahil have it. Yep. Might try to take it back on the straight as Sahil runs wide yet again.
Gonna go down the grid. Actually, PC Jesus has spun after in the Sector 2 DRS zone. I think that might have been because of his teammate. I don't know. They were kind of close.
Yep, and now it looks like Critical still hasn't gotten past him yet, though. As now let's see what Sin can do to Sahil with DRS as they come on to the main straight. Sahil goes to the inside to break the toe. Sin all over the back of him with DRS here. I don't think he's going to be close enough for a move, though.
Oh, not yet. He's gonna have to wait a little bit and buy this time here. You know what's funny? I believe if Thierry keeps up the pace, he might be able to see our first back marker of the race in only like within 10 laps.
Doth Thou closing 2/10 in that lap, so I think it was Only Use My Dad that was really holding him up for those 2 laps, and I think he's going to be able to shrink this gap as we go on.
Yep, Dad is running low on ERS. Doth has decent amount so far. I'm gonna go down the grid.
Jesus goes into the pits for a new wing.
And he's switching to softs, which is questionable for sure. They're not going to last that long. BMW right on the back of Radical, looking for that 1 point he can maybe possibly get, maybe more.
Yeah, as now they go on to the back straight of turn 9 to turn 10. Oh, and he loses the back end there a lot. We'll see if he goes for a dive now. He's going to be way too far back. An interesting move by him, though. Oh, as Wizard runs wide through the turn, I think that was 13, and he goes really wide and then cuts the
Oh,
corner, and he
yeah.
goes out wide again. He must be really struggling with those tires as Salas gets past Pfeiffer. I think Pfeiffer ran wide and then proceeds to run wide again. People really struggling. Oh boy, voice crack with that.
Yeah.
With that turn there.
And,
And so I think, yeah.
BMW is going to have the DRS to maybe get past Radical here. Radical in a really good position.
Yeah, I think BMW is too far back.
Yep, and we're seeing a lot of gaps form already. It's only been 6 laps in, but we only have really 2
Yeah.
close battles going on.
And yeah, so Doth now 4.6 back. Sin though 0.5 off Sahil. That's going to be our closest gap for right now. And Wizard looks like he's out of the hunt for that position, at least for now, constantly losing time. And then of course BMW looking for that move on Radical, but can't quite seem to get it. Well, I can just say this now. If Chipsy manages to get a podium this race, I will be thoroughly impressed. As now Sin Black all over the back of Sahil with that DRS. We'll see what he can do on the straight. He needs to make sure he keeps close through this third sector, which of course is so hard, as this is the downforce heavy technical sector, and this is where following is the hardest. And then that is, you know, where you need to stay close to be able to pass, as Captain gets a 3-second penalty for one corner cut, so he must have cut that pretty badly. As now we're going to ride on board with, or at least I am, with Sin Black and see if he can make a move on Sahil.
Yeah, I'm looking too.
Do you think Sahil is in the hunt for a podium here, or do you think that chance has passed him by with that 3.6 second gap?
I mean, it's definitely possible as Dolph and Dad start fighting, but it might not look like that way because Dad is losing time more and more. So I think maybe as Dad loses time, Sahil will obviously gain time on him. So we'll just have to see what happens here. I mean, I'm interested to see what Chipsy can do. He swapped it a hard, so that means...
BMW and Radical going wheel to wheel into turn 1, and BMW gets past with DRS.
Looks like it was done safely, which is nice to see. And
we've got a yellow flag in Sector 2. I have no idea who or what that is for. Oh, and it's going to be for Astro, who is spun again. Oh!
whoa,
Oh, man. He is spinning right back onto the track, lighting up his tires, and almost hit 2 people there as the rest of the back markers go through.
So that is the first, or quickest back marker I think we've ever seen in our 7 laps. But it's okay, I mean, this stuff seems to happen sometimes.
Yep, and Sin Black doing an amazing job of keeping a 5/10 gap. Keeping that gap is incredibly impressive around here. But it looks like Sahil is getting the power down early where he needs to be able to keep that position. We know how strong DRS is in this game. And do you think that maybe Sin is just biding his time, waiting for a little bit later? He doesn't want to fight because he knows Sahil can get him back with the DRS. So maybe he's just saving his energy?
Possibly, yeah. That'd definitely be something he might be considering. For sure, maybe you'll go for an undercut later on in the race and see what happens.
Yeah, Terry just extending that gap to 6.5
Yeah,
seconds.
that is
Like
just
it
insane.
is as of now.
But yeah, we have a lot of gaps. Like, it's crazy right now. The closest one we're seeing is not even a real battle. It's just Senfox just trailing behind Sahil at the moment.
And Captain gets onto the gravel as BMW now closes that gap, I think, to 1 second, and that's also going to be Pfeiffer and Captain, the teammates less than a second away from each other on those Ferraris, as Pfeiffer's really struggling.
And let's hope that they don't screw each other over like last week.
Yeah, looks like the teammates are a little bit better here. We've got the 2 McLarens following each other, the 2 Ferraris following each other, the 2 Williams following each other, so hopefully they keep it clean with each other.
And Captain
Well, actually, it's a lot
almost
more entertaining
but...
when they don't, but
yeah.
as Captain is now closed within Pfeiffer's DRS, Pfeiffer gets a horrible exit out of turn 9.
BMW's
DRS.
even catching up now. We might see a three-way
Captain
battle.
might go for a move here, but I think he's going to be respectful because it's his teammate and not go for anything there. Terry picks up the fastest lap with a 1:22.0, extending his gap to, again, or I guess sustaining his 6.8 second gap. Captain now 0.5 off. Pfeiffer and BMW 0.5 off him. I think Captain's got to go for a move here.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like Pfeiffer's slowing him down.
BMW's going to get past him. Yep, there he goes. Captain is locking up.
Contact, they get so close. And yep, Captain runs wide now. We're going to see what BMW is able to do here on the straight. He's got clearly the better exit here. And Captain fell out of DRS at the last second, and I think BMW is just going to eat him up. As we go, BMW goes to the inside, Captain onto the grass, and yeah, BMW is going to have that position nice and easy.
BMW right now climbing his way from 20th to 9th, and it's only 9 laps in. He's doing an impressive job of just
suffice it to say, I think he's in a better place because he got DQ'd than using those soft tires.
Yeah, for sure. And was Sinfox gaining time on Sahil? He is, but now he's lost it a little bit again. I don't think he's going to do much at the moment.
Yep, he's doing a great job of sustaining it, and his energy though is at 50%, so he is using it. Weirdly.
Going back down to what BMW is doing, I think he'll make a move on Pfeiffer very shortly, as Pfeiffer is also struggling. He has to be
Captain
careful.
also has the DRS off of Captain's now back within BMW's DRS, so he could also go for move if anybody gets a close or a bad exit here. It's a very close midfield battle.
Yeah, and Captain is continuing to struggle really hard at the moment. There's Sector 2 yellow flag. I can't see where that would be.
Oh, that's going to be for the Red Bull of UA.
Yep.
He's letting Terry past.
No, that's MLG God, actually. Just passed.
Oh. All right, and now BMW's got the DRS on Pfeiffer, but he's quite far back. I think Pfeiffer's going to be able to keep the position for this straight.
He should, but definitely he's going to lose it shortly here as look at him. Maybe even looking for a move on the outside. Won't get it done yet. But this is becoming very certain that BMW will get past Pfeiffer here. Pfeiffer kind of looks to defend for some reason. He's not that close yet.
Yeah, crucially though, BMW down at 20% energy, Pfeiffer at 27. So not. Oh, as UA retires from the session, I assume.
On track in Sector 3. Is that a...
Yep. Oh, and Madman's going to get really compromised by that, and he has to run out super wide.
I'm surprised it's not even a virtual safety car.
Yeah. The race director is just... I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, and
BMW
is
just Pfeiffer. You love to see it.
Let's see, does he have wing damage?
Taken out by BMW. That's absolutely brutal. He was at least 2 car lengths back when he went for that dive. That's just
and
so
BMW got out of that lucky. No damage at all from the looks of it.
Well, now Captain's got to avenge his teammate. So
now,
we'll see what he can do.
Now Radical now. Radical can reclaim 10th position now. Cuts that. So let's see what he'll maybe do. And yep, the gaps are still pretty long here. Radical's the only closest
Radical
one.
looking for a move here because Pfeiffer chose to save in the middle of the straight, questionable as Rad goes down the inside later on the brakes, and he's got it done.
Excellent move by Rad. Let's go up again. Let's see, is Captain even gaining time as OOA leaves the session?
So now BMW's reign of terror seems to be at a close here. He's got Captain on the back of him, but he looks like he's struggling way too much with tires to be able to really go for a move in any of the passing spots. And Solace in a world of his own with a 5.7 gap behind and a 6.6 gap in front. Sin now crucially fallen out of Sahil's DRS, and Terry has a 7.4 second gap.
Closest on I can see is Chipsy catching up to MLG God. Chipsy on those hards, 9-lap old hards. I think he's looking to end the race on the hards, perhaps. And
you know, I was mistaken now because it looks like Captain is doing a phenomenal job of not only just staying but catching up to BMW. Now 4/10 off, a major lockup. That's going to hurt him with his tire temps, which he seems to already be struggling with, and he's very slow through that 3rd sector. And I think that's just going to stop him from being able to pass.
Do you think Chipsy can finish the race on hards right now?
No, I do not.
I think maybe then he'll plan on swapping to the softs when it's viable, for sure. Looks like Viper actually regaining 10th position away from Radical in the straight with the power of DRS, but it looks like a bad corner for him maybe. Nope, both of them have very awkward turning into there.
So, do we know what happened to 31 Sword? Last I checked, he was running up in 7th, and now he's down into 13th.
No, I actually don't remember seeing him up there.
Oh boy, I might be losing it. Yeah, Captain keeping the gap, but it doesn't look like he can do anything with it.
Looks like Chipsy got past MLG God on the straight, so Chipsy's slowly climbing his way back as well. And Radical has maybe DRS coming up into this straight. He does, but will it be enough to make him move?
Dothau pits now. He's going to trigger the undercut here for everybody else, and he's going to go on to hards, of course. As Sahil gets past, Sin gets past, will Wizard get past? He's going to hope he doesn't.
Wizard.
But I think he
yeah,
is.
Wizard
Yeah, it
might
looks like
get
Wizard's
past.
gonna get past.
Radical losing time to Pfeiffer now. Solace will come right behind Doff. Now we're back to full second gaps here, and the closest one we can see at the moment is PCG's on those soft 7-lap-old softs. Maybe trying to catch Andrew the Haas. So far, no one else has opted to pit. So those mediums are probably still doable, I believe, for a couple more laps. I'm right, maybe?
Yeah, it's just going to depend on how they're managing their tires, of course, but these gaps are so large, they're really not going to be struggling following another car, so they might be able to make them last a bit longer than normal.
Yeah, and Sahil almost 1 second behind Dad, so let's see what he does here. Maybe
He's closing in ridiculously this lap, as he's now going to probably be within DRS, as, yeah, only use my dad pits.
Oh, and so does
Sahil. Let's see if Sin Black does as well. Wizard probably will too, I would assume. It looks like everybody's going to be pitting. Yep, Wizard goes into the pits, and Dothau is now released. Terry is he in danger of a puncture here? I can't see his tire wear, but he looks like he's been out for a while.
I will go check. Never mind, he actually doesn't have his thing on, so I won't be able to check.
Classic. Sahil, though, was able to close that gap in the pits even more, and I think BMW is going to come out just in front of only use my dad. Yep.
That's going to be a big factor because he's trying to slow down the people behind him for a bit, but you're going to see some action now on the beginning laps on these hards for sure.
Yep, as only use my dad runs super wide, almost lost the rear end there in the dirty air.
Something to keep in mind. BMW's mediums can probably go a little bit longer since he's the start in the back, so he'll definitely stay out and can battle
Swords
Dad
pits.
Sahil.
I know that because he took a penalty for it, and yeah, I think only use my dad's going to be really eager to get past BMW this lap.
In the comments, someone said that the McLaren's double stacked. That is interesting.
Wow.
You can see actually right there because they have a gap between them and
now
Radical.
they've got red in between them. Yeah, weird.
Wonder what the decision making behind that was for sure. And let's see, can Dad get past BMW? He's gonna want to get that done as fast as possible because you don't want to get stuck behind someone who still has the pit. He's just gonna slow you down as time goes on. And let's see in the back here, Wizard. He's gonna try to get past Viper, who's still out on 13-lap-old mediums. Fastest lap has gone to Doff right now.
Oh, so only use my dad getting past BMW, who goes into the pits.
Yep.
Terry might be in a lot of trouble. I think Terry had a spin. Terry's now. Oh wait, no, he pitted. Oh boy. For some reason, the interval was like going from 24 to 12 to 8 to 9 to 10. I thought he was like just constantly losing time, but no. So it's back to around where it was. But Doth did get about a second on the undercut there.
And actually, looking at it, because of that double stack, BMW has now exited the pits in front of Solace. That is big news, for sure.
Yeah, that was a 4.7 second gap. Oh, as Solace loses the rear end there on cold tires and almost fully spins out, but that's going to put him back even further.
Radical right behind Pfeiffer, so this battle right here is still going on. As Critical on 14-lap hard, he's gained a slight advantage. I'm not sure where he'll come out of the pits when he does pit. Still quite a bit away until that happens. It looks like it shows wing damage, 38% on the right wing, so that's going to suck for sure.
Yeah.
And let's see, yep, gaps are back to being normal at the moment. Radical is still trying to see if he can catch Viper and get past him.
Critical, though, hasn't pitted yet, as you mentioned. Not in a bad place, but I don't know where he's going to come out. Is he going to come out down in 14th or 15th?
Maybe. For sure. I mean, you still have to mention Chipsy has to pit soon. Madman has to pit again, but he's way too far, so it won't matter for him.
PCG's has gone 10 laps on those. I think he's got a puncture.
Let's check.
I think he's got a... I would be...
Got a really bad camera angle, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought I saw the rear tire rumbling. No, not quite,
No?
but he's got to be close.
And I think he has his thing blocked too, because it's not showing up. Fortunate.
Well, he's only been in this league for 2 years, so that's, not surprising. So here we go. He's gonna pit. You'd have to with 10 laps on those softs. That's gotta be brutal.
31 Sword starting on hards now. He's within time to catch Madman, who's on old hards. I'll get past Jesus coming across the pits here. Gypsy, within a second of critical, he's definitely gonna make that move ASAP. He can maybe secure a point after that terrible start that he had, unfortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I would have said as of now that BMW is my driver of the day had he not taken out Pfeiffer. He's done a really phenomenal job, but he just missed his braking and threw another man off the track.
Yeah.
Sin Black 3.5 seconds to Sahil. Sahil 2 seconds off only used my dad.
Astro picks up a 3-second time penalty. Not the best of races, but as long as you finish, you're not last anymore. Astro.
Yeah, we'll see. He might get DQ'd if he keeps these penalties up because he's looking quite hefty at the moment.
Oh, Sector 2, that is a McLaren, not McLaren, what is that, what? Oh, okay, I was watching them. It was
it's going to be
Mercedes.
Madman is into the gravel and has a red wing. That's going to be a completely destroyed
Oh, yeah, that is
right side of his wing.
That is terrible news for him.
Yeah,
Can he
it's
even go on the
unfortunate.
mediums now?
Gypsy gets past his critical pits and comes out in 13th. Oh, wait, no.
No,
Gypsy just got past him normally. Good for him.
Yep, Gypsy's also climbing his way back up, surprisingly.
Yeah, Critical runs super wide here. Does Critical have wing damage?
Critical, yeah, I believe he has 38%.
30, yeah, okay.
Another flag.
Got a yellow flag in Sector 3.
That's Madman again,
and that's
I
going to be
believe.
Madman and Astro off again? Or the other racing point? Maybe it was... No? Okay, I don't know. I thought I saw a racing point on the gravel.
Madman being very cautious the way he's kind of trying to enter the pits.
Yeah.
And let's see, Madman picks up 5 seconds. Along with all that time he's going to waste to repair his thing. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure. Sahil, though, closing the gap to only use my dad. Terry with an 8.3 seconds, 10 seconds back to the third place, and 1.8 seconds off that. Sin Black must have had something happen to him, because last I checked he was like 3.4 seconds. Right now he's 5.3.
Another flag, that is who is that? That's not Terry, that is MLG
That's
God.
MLG God, yep.
I got excited when I saw Nas. Will he get passed by Wooly? He probably will.
Yeah, I think he's going to for sure. He's going to have gravel on his tires even if he could get back on the track in time.
Let's see. I'm surprised no virtual safety car has come out. I feel like the way these people have crashed
As
with it.
Sahil is on a charge now. Oh, and he spins!
Oh, just caught the end of that right there. That's going to be so unfortunate as
Cross the curve on
Sinfox.
turn 11.
Sinfox now gets past him. Will Wizard get past him though is the question. Or let's see. No. But he will have some more speed to catch up with him now. As the hill has those gravel on the tire for a bit. And let's see what happens. So that puts Sinfox now in 4. 7 seconds behind Dad. I think Sahil can catch up to him. For sure.
Yeah, as MLG got pits now on 2-lap-old hards. That's unfortunate.
Still will have to worry about Wizard, so he'll try not to lose any concentration. If he does, he could
He's
be
got
potentially
Wooly in front of
losing.
him who doesn't look like he's going to pull over, at least not at the moment.
Yep, not yet. He should do it maybe around now. It's kind of safer, hopefully. Yep, there we go.
And there he goes. Oh!
Ooh.
Sahil almost loses it. We'll see if
I'm
he's
going down
dealing
the
with
grid. I
those-
see Chipsy attacking Radical right here, coming in turn 1. He's
nice.
very close. Chipsy getting closer and closer to at least 10th place, which would be a good race for him, even if he didn't want 1 point after that start.
Yeah, this is a great recovery drive from him, considering I didn't see what happened, but yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's very close to Radical, and I think it's just about time, any time now. Gypsy will get past him for sure, maybe in this DRS straight coming up. Gypsy has a lot of ERS as well, so will he deploy it?
Yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to go for a move here.
He does
Opens up
change
the
it to
DRS.
2.
Although, no, good
No.
defending from Radical. I think he's going to get him on this straight, though. Turn 9 is so hard to get a better exit when you've got the dirty air. Incredibly hard to pass there, as Rad runs super wide there. Chipsy gaining a little bit of time on him there, as now they drop down into turn 13. 14 and 15, Sahil picks up a 3-second time penalty. Wizard still 1.9 seconds off of him, though. He's done a good job of holding that gap, but crucially, he's 4.4 seconds off of Sin Black. And that has really helped Only Use My Dad as well, who's now got an 8-second gap behind him instead of a 1.4. As Chipsy now looking for the move on Rad. He's closing. He's got DRS as he swoops to the inside
Oh,
now.
he doesn't take it. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
he goes super early on the brakes.
Wow. I thought
He
that was
had
sure.
that move in the palm of his hands.
Yeah, I wonder what was the reason about that. Anyway, yeah, they're still fighting. It's still the closest battle, unfortunately. That's what Spain gives us. Ooh, he has to be a little careful
Spain
here.
sucks. You know, we need some rain. We need some rain. That's what we need.
For real. And oh, Radical going to an awkward line.
Clips the grass there. I'm not exactly sure what he was doing here. This might let Chipsy go for a move here, as he is all over the back of him as they come through turn 9. He gets a much better exit there as Rad goes to the inside to defend. Chipsy opens up the DRS, is going to be alongside on the inside. We'll see who goes later on the brakes. Rad, once again, about equal. He allows Chipsy the space, but he goes for a switchback. Chipsy puts his car in the perfect position, and he's going to have that 11th place. He had to fight very hard for it, but it's his, and we'll see if he can push up to Pfeiffer. It's a 5.1 second gap. He's definitely capable of it, but we'll just have to see if he's got time left.
MLG God leaves the session. Where is his car? If he did that? It's in Sector 3, so I wonder what's the reason behind that. Astro...
Maybe he lagged out.
Yeah, I guess. As Terry's actually going to get past him. Terry, way too fast, honestly.
Yeah. It was a good race from him, but I think the other people behind him really struggled to, obviously keep up with his pace, and I think he's, barring a major incident, is going to have this for sure.
And Dov is still doing a really good job, in my opinion, as well. I mean, he stayed second, and he has a 13-second gap between him and that, and Astro picks up another penalty.
Another penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Very unfortunate.
As Critical now finally pits, he did a great stint on those hards. He's coming out with 11 laps left, and PC Jesus is going to get in front of him, and so he's going to have to fight for that position back.
Yep, unfortunately, it's a pretty slow time in the race at the moment. There's a lot of gaps.
Yeah, Rad, though, falling back now from Chipsy, and so I think Chipsy's got that position secured. He's taken 3 or 4 tenths out of Pfeiffer on this lap, so we'll see if he can... Oh, no, never mind. He lost some time through that turn, so... Yeah, back to where it was at the start. Sahil, though, closing the gap onto Sin Black now up to 2.7 seconds, so maybe he can get that position back. There's 11 laps left, as I said, so hopefully, I mean, he's got the time, and it looks like he's maybe got the pace, if he can keep it consistent and not spin out. He was lapping faster than Dad at the beginning of that, so yeah, we'll see what happens.
So Gypsy pits, right? So let's see. I think he's going to go back on the mediums, obviously. They can't do softs. So it's going to be another battle for Gypsy now to 10 points. I don't think it's going to be possible. I think he's going to be losing out on so much time. But he swapped to the mediums. Okay.
Yep.
Oh wait, I said that. Fuck. Oh man,
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on tonight, man. Me and you.
And it looks like 31 Swords is not going to get past here. Chipsy having a great exit from the pits comparatively. Comparatively to the person who's not in the pits. Yeah,
31 Sword now
close,
is very close. Let's see, can Sword get past Chipsy? Oh, when he actually goes very wide and he does not lose it, but it's going to cost him a lot of time now.
Yep, that was unfortunate. He's on 8-lap older, harder tires. I think Chipsy's going to pull away from this and claw back that gap to Rad, which is now 18 seconds. Sahil, 2 seconds to Sin Black now. He's done a good job of closing that gap. If he doesn't spin again, I think the position is his, but he's going to have to fight for it, and it is incredibly hard to pass here. Captain, again, kind of in a world of his own. Oh, wait, no. I misread the gaps. 2.7 seconds to Salas, but 10 seconds back to his teammate. Rad, 7.6 seconds up to Pfeiffer, 17 behind him, but Chipsy's going to be hard charging on those mediums. Sahil now 1.8 seconds as he spins! Every time I go on to him, he spins. I feel so bad.
Oh, he has to be careful to
That could have been a dangerous...
now. Re-entry.
Yeah, we're going to see BMW coming up the hill now. Yeah, not a great race from Sahil. This is unfortunate to see. He does a good job. I think he's going to have to pit for mediums here. If he goes for softs, I really think he's going to regret it. 9 laps, these softs cannot make it.
Oh yeah, he's struggling. BMW now going to gain 6th position. BMW honestly having a very excellent race. He's going to be so happy with how he's done.
Yeah, if only he didn't take some.
Yeah, unfortunately that did happen, but he's still done a pretty good drive though.
He's done a phenomenal job cutting through the field, but unfortunately, yeah, Sahil comes into the pits presumably for the mediums, but only time will tell. Salas, Captain, Pfeiffer, and I think even Rad is going to get past him.
Yeah, this is unfortunate for Sahil. I mean, you spin twice and you lose out on what could have been a podium for him, I believe, or close to the podium.
No, absolutely. He was 1.4 off. Only used my dad when he spun the first time, and had a 6-second gap. Then back to Sin, closed that.
Oh, and he swaps to the softs, like you said not to do.
For me, it's showing medium. No, yeah, you're right.
Go.
Yep. That is a bad call, in my opinion. I think he's not gonna be happy, but he might get fastest lap.
I mean, we did see Jesus though pick up 10 laps on soft, so we'll see what happens. Terry picks up fastest lap again on those hards, just going way faster than everyone else on the grid.
So we are gonna get to see Sahil though probably go for an overtake on Pfeiffer here. Pfeiffer in 9th place on 9 lap. Oh, we've got a flag in sector 2.
That is Astro again.
Spinning again, coming back onto the track, but he's gonna be ghosted for every single driver, so nobody's at risk of that. We've got another yellow flag. Is that also for Astro? Yeah. So let's watch Sahil now. Within a second of Pfeiffer as he comes up to this first DRS straight of turn 9. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to do anything, but he does get a better exit here. He crucially got within the DRS. That's going to help him close up. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. And that's going to be Astro spinning yet again. Gets back on track, but yeah, that's not great. He might even give Pfeiffer some DRS to defend, to help him defend against Sahil as they come down through turn 13 and then into 14 and 15. Sahil all over the back of him. Pfeiffer runs a bit wide and then has to cut there. I think Pfeiffer's going to pick up DRS on Astro, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to help him defend, but I think this is... He doesn't. I think Sahil's going to get this as Pfeiffer kind of defends the inside, then now he's going to hold the outside. Sahil goes around goes to the inside, and I think he's going to get a clean pass. He swoops back partially to the racing line, and yeah, easy pass for him on those.
Hopefully Astro doesn't get in front of Sahil now. Yep, he's going to let him through. And now Sahil has work to do to catch up to Captain, who Captain actually is caught up to Salas. Yeah, he's very
Captain
close.
All over the back of Salas. So we'll see if he can make a pass here as he runs a bit deep into that corner now. As we come on to turn 9, this is going to be crucial if he can close this up, because you want to be really close for the 3rd sector here, possibly to even pass here. DRS wide open. As he's following him to the outside, he does not go for a dive. He stays on the outside. Was not close enough. Smart move by him. And now we're going to see if Salas is still struggling. I think Astro spun again.
No,
that's going to be
Madman.
Madman in the gravel out of turn 9. Yeah, so now we'll watch back to Captain as they go down through turn 13. Salas getting a better turn 13, but now looks like a horrible turn 15. Captain has been struggling, though, with this 3rd sector the entire afternoon, and it looks like, yeah, again, he's just shooting himself in the foot for the straight with that poor 3rd sector.
Now Captain's falling back a little bit, but I think he might catch up again. Like you're saying, he is losing a lot of time in Sector 3. So he won't be happy with that. He's going to want to make the moves done soon if he even wants to think about getting 7th place. Because if you can see, Sahil is now 8 seconds behind, so if he's not careful, Sahil could potentially snap 8th from Captain. But yeah, the gaps are very well drawn out, and I think the only battle we'll see now is against Salas and Captain and maybe Sahil. Unless someone else spins, or maybe we can get a last-minute safety car like last week, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. 6 laps remaining. Captain back within the DRS of Salas, who's charging energy as he's going to stay on the outside.
He's caught up again in the same spot, so let's see.
Still not really a move for him. I don't know if his setup is just horrible for this middle sector and he's really fast on the straights, but it doesn't look like he's getting that much of an advantage on the straights for how much he's losing through here. He takes this turn perfectly, he even takes this turn pretty well, but then he just falls apart right here and he's going to let Salas get away if he keeps taking it like he does. Yeah, and you want to be on the throttle a lot faster there. And yeah, Salas just pulls away with the better exit. As they come through, I think he's still within the DRS, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Yeah, it won't be enough, but again, he's going to make up the time, and then he'll want to make the move done somewhere else on the track, I guess. Oh, and actually looks like Salas had a weird exit out of turn 2, and here we go.
And Sahil's tire is already looking to be falling off as he's now lost time to Captain. So Captain following closely behind Salas. He's going to have to get a super good run out of this turn to get super close for turn 9, or Salas is going to have to get a poor exit out of turn 9. Captain does get the better exit here. He's got the energy. We'll see if he can deploy it in the right place. He still goes a little bit too deep in that corner and just allows Salas. He's basically just handing him the important exits where it matters. And I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. Captain gets the DRS. Salas goes to the outside, and yeah, that's going to be that.
Will Captain have a better sector 3? Let's see, let's hope. Oh, did Salas take a weird turn here? Maybe?
Yep,
Oh,
we'll
little
see
lock
here
up.
as, yeah, little lock up there from Captain as he goes through. He cuts it quite aggressively.
Oh.
Maybe that's a good call though now, and Salas just taking
Yeah.
it so much better than Captain, has been struggling this entire race.
And now he's lost that second, doesn't even have DRS anymore, and this is pretty much over.
Well, he does have DRS, but yeah, he did
Really?
lose the second. But yeah, he got it in the detection point.
He didn't activate it then, which is weird. Lever
For me,
sector
his
2.
rear wing was open. Interesting. Okay.
Ah, Codemasters, god damn it.
Oh, PC Jesus into the wall.
Oh, I
off of
see
turn
that.
9, and he's gone.
Yep, he is completely... Safety car! It is a safety car again!
We
4
have a
laps
safety
left! This
car,
happened in
5 left,
Baku! The same thing happened. Let's see what happens. What will people do? Thierry now is going to be under threat of Doff. Doff could potentially secure this win if he's a...
I think
It's a good
everybody's
start.
got to go onto the softs, and again, we're going to have a last lap shootout. This
Okay,
is awesome.
okay, here we go. Everything's going to spice up again. 5-second penalty for Sword, who goes into pits. Chipsy pits again as well. So Chipsy values...
My dad getting the early pit stop.
Oh,
I don't-
that's super excellent for Dad.
I think that's too much of a gap to be able to pull it back to Doth and somehow get past, but still, he's getting the good lap to pit. As, yeah, they have to stay out for another lap.
Yeah, that's going to be... This is going to be
Black
major.
stays out.
Sinbad, okay, so he obviously thinks that it depends. Like
And
everything
Wizard's
works.
staying out as well.
Either strat works in my opinion. It just depends what everyone's feeling. I think
Here's my dad, though, going to get past Wizard. BMW pits and speeds.
Wally also speeds into the pit. So okay, wow.
BMW going into the wet tires.
What? What the? I'm sorry. What just happened? What is going on in this race? What?
I saw the blue mark and then I fucking see next to his name. Sorry, I see the W.
Okay,
next to it.
BMW. What? How do you go from? Okay, first
Confirmed
disqualification.
Driver of the day. Driver of the day.
Okay, so he went from taking pole to getting disqualified
Oh,
to catching back up and now putting on the wets. Like, what the hell? Oh my god.
he is fishtailing so badly through turn 3. He's gonna have to pit again.
I mean, what is up
Of course
with
he's gonna have
that?
to pit again,
As
but oh man, I hope he doesn't spin.
he's gonna lose out in every position. Like, there's no way. Okay, maybe not every, but like he'll be giving up until like 13th, I believe.
Oh my god.
That is just
This is
crazy.
priceless. Chipsy too, though, opting to go and keep his 12th position with fresh softs. So we'll see what he can do.
Yeah, so Thierry doesn't pit and Doff pits.
The hill.
Disqualified?
Disqualified!
Wait. That could be a bug. That could be a bug.
Oh, okay, yeah,
he's
it
still,
looks like
he's still racing.
driving.
Yeah, you see,
Yeah,
there you go,
Pfeiffer also
Pfeiffer.
okay, yeah. So that's gonna be a bug here.
Yeah. So, okay, so Doff pits for softs. Thierry doesn't pit. Does Doff have an advantage?
It's a mistake.
Because Doff now is going to be faster in these
That
last
is
few laps.
absolutely a mistake. I think Doth is going to be in a great spot for the win today.
Will we see a Max Verstappen where someone takes the win in Spain on their debut in a Red Bull? That'd be insane. Is Doff 16
think-
or whatever, 18?
I think Terry made a mistake. This is a no-brainer to me. He had a gap for a pit stop, and he still didn't take it.
I mean, maybe he'll pit now as we, maybe no.
He's lost the gap. He'll hand he'll hand the track position. He's stuck behind the safety car this lap, and Doth gets to close it under the gap. That was a
Who's-
huge mistake, in my opinion.
Okay, hopefully...
15 lap hards versus fresh softs.
Okay, here's something we need to probably tell drivers. Astro and Madman, you guys can pass. You can go. You don't have to stay behind Terry. You can go.
Sometimes they can, sometimes it really glitches, though, and gives them the disqualification thing, so I'm not sure exactly what they should be doing.
I'll just go. I mean, at that point, it doesn't matter. You're already in dead last, so what can you have more to lose?
Yeah, that's true. The one who's gonna be really upset by that is gonna be Doff.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
honestly...
and it looks like one of them is going to pass it. Two of them.
Wow, there's coming to a lot of traffic coming out of the pit lane there in front of us. Yep, they get past it, so that's good. Hopefully someone told them that.
Yeah,
And,
they do get past. That's good. Astro.
Yeah, you see, you're gonna get that bug now, or they're getting DQ'd. It's fine though.
Madman gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag.
And this is just insane. Like, I can't believe this happened 2 weeks in a row. Here too, you guys. Oh, Chip's getting passed now. He's gonna unlap himself, I believe. Oh, and actually, he just exceeded track limits, which that actually will count. Okay, like I saw him.
100% did it.
Like, you can't say anything about that, Chipsy, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm gonna be excited to see what happens in this last lap here for Doff and Terry. I think Doff has this in the bag. Like,
yeah, Terry made a huge mistake there. I cannot even fathom why he didn't pit. He had the pace too, even if he did get stuck behind. Because the only person within pit window, you know, he's in first place. He can see the gap to third place. That's a 23-second gap. The only gap he had to worry about was Doth Thou. And I think the softs are a no-brainer in that situation.
yeah, safety car is in this lap, so we have 2 laps of battling to do. Will Doff take the victory? Can Sinfox take the victory? Anyone can take the victory, honestly. Here we go. Here we go.
As I'm going to be riding on board with Doth Thou.
Yep, same. I'm going to be watching him from the bird's eye view, and let's hope for some action here as Wizard picks up 10 seconds.
10 seconds. He's not going to be happy about that, especially with the safety car bunching them up. That is going to hurt. Doth keeping a respectful distance. Yep, Pfeiffer also picks one up. You guys got to be very careful about that. I think Terry's done so.
There's so many ghosted cars too. It's very confusing.
Yeah. All right, now as looks like Doth is gonna have the better exit. He's just sitting there waiting. He knows, and Terry leads. Yep, Doth gets the maybe not.
It's not green lights yet.
Terry's got it for now. Terry runs to the inside to defend here as we run down into turn 1. He's gonna be all the way on the inside. Doth catching up significantly. Terry slides back towards the middle. Doth looks for a move around the outside. And he goes for it. He goes late on the brakes. They go around. Terry leaves him plenty of space. And yeah, it looks like Terry's going to keep it for this lap. So Doth has only got 1 more lap to attack here, and he's crucially not going to have DRS.
No, it said DRS enabled, actually. In the bottom.
I thought it takes 3 laps for the safety car.
Maybe I was blind and I saw it say, I don't know. We'll see. So Synthbox is actually in a train of, like, ghosty cards, I think. Behind him, at least.
Yeah.
So he'll hope to not to get...
Now, still with that 4/10 gap, there's a flag, but I'm not taking my eyes off this as they come on to turn 9.
BMW.
Terry really struggles there, and Doth gets a much better exit. I don't think he's going to be in a position to challenge, but I think he will be out of Sector 3 here. Terry almost spins there. It looks like he's just getting that wheel spin on the rear end, and he's really struggling. Doth gets a great exit through there. Terry really struggling, saving all of his energy. Doth has already got his energy. And has got it up into mode 4. Terry runs a bit wide there. Doth, this is going to be the crucial 2 turns where he's got to make it count here as he goes through. And he's just still all over the back of him. Terry does get a far better exit, though. But then is that second phase of the exit going to help Doth? No, it's not. And he's not going to have the DRS.
Yep,
so he's going to have to do this now on turn 9. That's going to be the only straight he's going to have the opportunity to do this.
It is all or nothing right now for Doth. Just don't get too desperate, otherwise you're going to make a mistake and lose out on a really excellent podium position.
Oh, as he gets the run up through here, Terry's going to run out a bit wide, but he doesn't lift off. I was thinking he might pick up a 3-second penalty there. He does not. He does a good job. They're both running out wide there. Doth clearly faster through here with these tires, but he can't capitalize on it.
Oh, look at him. He's catching up in so much time. The grip he's having is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. As they come through this turn, and Doth...
he picks up gravel.
His exit there.
He might still have a chance, though. Oh, he goes wide, but
Runs
it's okay.
A bit wide. No, and I think Terry's done a phenomenal job here.
Oh, he's caught up so close. I don't think it's enough,
though. I think there's going to be an opportunity for an overtake here, and I think Doth knows that. Maybe he's gonna try to send it down the inside on the exit, but I don't think there's gonna be an opportunity as he goes super late on the
Yeah.
brakes. Too late on the brakes. He's overdriving
Unless
right
Thierry
now.
has a penalty that we can catch, it's pretty
Oh!
much over. Oh, he catches so close to him. It's not going to be
Yeah,
enough.
and that's gonna be it. And
Yep.
I think Terry is gonna be our winner.
Terry picks up the Spanish Grand Prix win,
What
whipped off
a
in second. Only my dad in
Only
third.
Dad getting that third place back. Wizard in fourth now until.
So,
Oh, what happened to the back of the field?
oh, what do you mean?
So Wizard's 10-second penalty is not going to matter. Sahil is 32 seconds back from Wizard. They weren't allowed to bunch. Yeah, they didn't
Yeah,
have the
didn't
time
bunch
to bunch
up.
up, I guess.
What a
Gypsy
crazy fight,
finishes
though.
in the points, though.
He does, and I'm surprised BMW isn't way down the grid, considering that he pitted
Actually,
for.
Chipsy might get up into 8th place with these penalties. I know Pfeiffer has at least 12 seconds, and I think Captain's got 6 or 7. So yeah, he probably won't get Captain, but I think he'll get Pfeiffer for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm still laughing about that BMW thing. I mean, what a terrible end for his amazing comeback from the back of the grid other than hitting Piper. But wow, that's so unfortunate for him. And Chipsy would see what time he can get. He does get 9th place, so he'll pick up the 2 points. And BMW's the last one to cross the line. Not on the wets anymore, he's on softs. And there he goes. Wow, that is incredible. And wow, we have 67 viewers. What? I don't know when that happened. Thank you guys for watching. This is probably the weirdest race for you guys to watch, honestly. Spain. But we're going to get interviews underway shortly now.
Yeah, absolutely incredible race there. Safety car at the end spiced it up. Would have loved to see an overtake there. It's unfortunate that Doth wasn't able to do it just for the intensity. He just couldn't get the power down where it mattered, and Terry did a phenomenal job of doing that. So great racing to both of them, but Terry came out on top.
Yep, and we're just going to look at the incidents tab real quick. Yeah, a lot of 5-second time penalties for during the safety car stuff, and yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and switch us over to the interview room. Wow, what a race. Anyway, let's pick up if he's in the chat. The race winner Thierry, which I honestly don't see him. Terrible. I don't know if you want to bring him in. You know him, right?
I don't see him. No, I don't see him here.
Okay, let's bring in, is Doth in the chat, hopefully? I don't see him either unless he has a different name. Is he Bob Ross? No, I don't think he is because he has community.
No, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna bring in Only's my dad then. Who got Bird? Let's bring him in. Hello, Dad. Only's my dad.
Yes. Hey, hello.
What a race, man, right? Especially that ending.
Thank you. Yeah, what a race. It was pretty crazy.
You want to give us your thoughts on what happened and everything?
Yeah, it was actually a quiet race for me. I was stuck in third, a little bit of fight at the end, but I practiced a lot for this race and pretty happy with the results.
Yeah, it was really crazy. What did you think about that safety car in the end? Do you think that you were going to be at risk of losing your podium?
Yeah, especially when I pitted and Sin did it. I was kind of scared, but at the same times, I had softs, he had hards, and no, it pays off. It pays off.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Go ahead.
Is Terry and Dot counts in the points and
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, he's now an official driver, and they were counting before too when he was just a reserve.
Goddamn.
Yeah, he is a fast boy indeed.
Yeah, they're really fast. I don't know how we're gonna catch up to these guys.
Well, you still did a really good job, man. Congrats on a podium again. And
Thank
we're coming up into a break now, so you have a lot of time to practice Canada, which is going to be in April 5th for you.
Yeah, my home race, gonna practice like crazy.
Yep. Well, thank you, man.
Thanks
See
to
you
you.
next time.
Yeah, great race, dude.
Thank you.
And I see Thierry is actually in the radio now, so we're going to bring him next.
Would you have Steve?
Hi, Thierry.
Hi.
So what a race. He went really fast. I mean, you had a 10-second gap in like 5 laps.
Yeah, thanks.
Were
So-
you... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The only
I was-
question that matters here, guys, why did you not pit onto softs at the end?
Because I wanted to keep track position. Because I'm actually wondering if Doth, or how do you say his name, was gonna like stay out if I pitted. And
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't want to like risk it, so I was just like, all right, I'm gonna keep track position and try to hold them off.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, I think I would have gone on to those softs, but it is, it's a tough call in the moment. But it seemed like, because you had a 10-second gap back to Doff and then 23 seconds back to Dad, so you really only had to worry about him. And then,
Yeah,
although I was surprised he didn't get past you, to be honest. I thought those softs were going to be so powerful, but I guess the no DRS is really what saved you.
yeah, same. I like because there were 4 laps left, so I was like, maybe the safety car is gonna stay for at least 2 or 3 laps. So I was like, there's no way he's gonna get DRS, and I just have to like defend turn 1 basically because that's the only place like where he could have made a big move. So yeah, that's why I didn't pit, and yeah, I'm actually gonna ask him to see if he would have stayed out if I boxed.
Yeah, well, regardless, definitely a commanding lead, a great race from you, flawless until the end. Well, not that you made a mistake at the end, but just, you were forced to keep fighting at the end.
Thanks, man. But yeah, I was actually like think about it like in the middle of the race. I was thinking, what if there's a safety car at the end? Like that would screw me over, especially if I get like a 3-second. So I was just trying to like
Yeah.
not get any penalties. That's exactly what happened. So I was
Yeah, great
yeah.
job.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
See you guys.
Okay, let's go ahead and is Doff in chat now? I don't see him unless he has a different name. Unfortunately, let's bring in fan favorite Wizard the first time. See what he thought. Wizard, what's up?
What's up, guys?
What's up? Finally, the long-awaited interview.
Finally, you got me. You got me.
So you want to talk about your race? What happened there?
Yeah, it's a pretty solid race. I was just trying to qualify as high as I could on those mediums. I think I only started in like P5 though, so not super awesome qualifying start, but that's kind of where I've been, like P4, P5. But I held it together on that first turn. I thought I was gonna lose it because I had to go a little inside on the turn because the game told me I like illegally overtook Sahil, I think because it was out of bounds.
Yeah.
So I had to give the position back. That was all like within the first 2 turns. And then rest of the race was pretty chill. It was just kind of trying to keep the pace up, trying to catch up to Sahil and what's his name? Simblick Fox?
Yeah,
Sid
Sin Black Fox. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, so what happened then too? We saw you picked up a 10-second penalty under the safety car. Was that like a exceeding track limits?
I don't know what that was because
Yeah,
I had been hitting that turn the same way like every lap, so I was really surprised when that happened. But it didn't matter because I was pretty far ahead anyways. I think it was like 30-second gap between me and Sahil.
Yeah, no, I mean you built a great gap, and then I just wasn't sure if it was like if it was an actual corner cut or just a small extension, because I know sometimes it literally what would give you a warning gives you a 10-second, 5-second penalty.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, but yeah, I mean, I was super excited when that safety car came out because I've been wanting to do the pit strategy for softs like for a while. And
Yeah.
was able to do it, but I got tripped up because I had the penalty, and I was like, I couldn't decide if I wanted to like fight for a position or just kind of wait it out because I knew I had P5. Well, really, I guess it's really P3 because I think there were 2 reserve drivers ahead of me, right?
Yeah, but their points unfortunately didn't count. And actually, Thierry is not a reserve anymore. He got the full-time seat for Haas.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I gotta ask one last thing.
Yeah.
Did you double stack with your teammate in the first
Yeah,
pit
we
stop?
did. Yeah, bro, we did double stack. It doesn't work. Don't do it.
Yeah, that's definitely.
We
know
got
what to
it.
do.
We got it right. We got it right, but the game like held him up still.
Maybe
So
you had penalties.
No, like the team like didn't
Yeah,
start
the
working on
animation
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
start. Yeah, no, that
Yeah. So
Well, yeah. Well, thanks, Wizard. I'll maybe catch you in 2 weeks when we go to Canada. Are you going to be ready for that?
yeah, I think so, man. That's one of my favorite tracks, so we'll be there.
All right. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, boys.
Yep. All right. So, you already have anyone else you want to bring in?
Well, I would have liked to bring in BMW as
I know, right?
but I don't think he's in there, so no. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm good.
I think we're done. Thank you guys for watching. We had a really great turnout this stream, so I'm really glad to see that. And we will catch you in 2 weeks where you can watch Tier 1 and Tier 2. But we do have a event coming up, right? I believe it's going to be 100% in Belgium. That'll be on, I believe, what is the 20-something 9th. So 1 week from now, you'll be able to watch that. And yeah, from all of us in ARC, thank you for watching and have a good night.